Mr. Beast according to his audience. Mr. Beast in reality. How people think nuclear energy works. How it really works. Lol, the water is really heat. The heat coworker. Me activating only talking through nodding mode. Nuclear. You can use water to cool off heat rocks to make steam. Fossil fuels. Just heat the water with fire to make steam. Geothermal. The earth is heat. Use that to make steam. Hydroelectric. You guys are boiling the water first. Insurance companies when you pay them your premium. Insurance companies when you ask them to cover your treatment cost. The security of all my accounts. That one password. Me after eating 350% of the day's sodium in one sitting. Now I need something sweet. How I feel when I forget a word in my native language, but I know it in English. How my neighbor's dog feels after barking for hours on end and achieving absolutely nothing. Does your dog bite? No, but he can hurt you in other ways. Only 1% of ancient literature has survived. Me when the mods finally changed the profile pic back to cat. So you're telling me French fries were made in Belgium, French toast in Rome, English muffins in the US, and Swiss rolls in Austria. I have moved the meeting to 8 AM. Who the duck starts the work day like that? I just sat down. Oh, there's a housing shortage? Have we tried building more of them? This is called a bulk eye. These are called red onions. Purple deserves better. Engineering rolling into work at 9 AM after maintenance tried calling them at 2 AM. I got your distress call and came as quickly as I wanted to. If you had saved $10,000 a day, every day, for the past 80,000 years, a time when Neanderthals still walked the earth, you would, still, only have around half the wealth Elon Musk has today. Confused Unga Bunga. When you're making out with your girl, but her lips taste like your homies balls, please say psych. Insurance companies when it's time to cover your treatment. When you start watching an anime for your nut, but end up finishing that anime for your heart. Me at home after 8 hours of acting mature at office. The odds were against Alpha, but Alphabet. I didn't know you were vegan. I'm not vegan. I said there's no difference in killing humans or animals for meat. Are you two friends? Statisticians? No. Astrologers? Yes. POV, you mentioned you're forklift certified. When you try to talk about your problem, but they become fixated on the wrong details, start jumping to conclusions that are directly contradicted by things you said, and keep giving you suggestions for things you already tried. Waiter, can you bring me the bill? Waiter, could you please bring me the William? Every Xbox gamer, press the button formerly known as back. Boomers when they see someone with piercings or dyed hair. I'm unmarried with no kids and can barely afford living at 30. My grandfather, you're a ducking disappointment. Nap man, night shift is pretty easy. Derek, age 24. If only I could have someone totally ruin my online game fun. Some cucumber with a sniper rifle. Growing up is learning that Shrek is actually heat. We need to distract the public from the Luigi class war. Release the drones. State your first name, your last name, and occupation. Grinch, Grinch, and Grinch. 2 minutes later, after assuring me she didn't want to order any fries. When you start paying attention to the lyrics of a song you liked as a kid, and you start realizing the actual meaning of the song. You need to stop that New Year New Me bullshit. Oh yeah, I finally beat the hardest challenge in the game. Let's see what the non-player character will give to me as a reward. Reward that non-player character gives me. Can I offer you an ice egg in this trying time? Me goes to classmate birthday party. Plays truth and dare. Chooses dare. They told me to get home. You throw a big party. You drink a lot. You have to clean up the mess with a hangover. You have to clean up the mess with a hangover. When you rewatch YouTubers from your childhood, but they just don't hit the same. My parents in their 20s. I bet he'll grow up to do great things. Me in my 30s. I can't wait for the zombie apocalypse. Art then. This is beautiful. I will buy it. Thank you. It took months of hard work. Art now. Wow. So much meaning. Wow. Worth $5 million. When you see someone in scene colored clothes, so you gotta double check to make sure you're not hallucinating. AI is robbing engineers of their jobs. Engineers who developed AI. Me, yeah. I've watched a 26 season anime. The anime. When a deaf person wins an auction, I've won. But at what cost? You could not live with your own failure. This Linux distro is so Windows-like, it even comes with Microsoft apps. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Me when I ignore someone stumble, so they don't feel embarrassed. AI Gore in 1998. Pioneering the Goon Cave. Girls putting on makeup be like. Me. Sad songs. My already ducked up mood. You may not like it, but this is what peak evolution looks like. When you decorate the back of the Christmas tree as well as the front, professionals have standards. When you don't know how to solve the math problem, so you just do random things to get an answer, but you get it right, and now you have to figure out what you just did. The devil when he sees hell getting overpopulated this year. Sunday night mode. Monday morning mode. Living in the Matrix. Waking up from the Matrix. How it feels to play an older video game. When you ask your wife why she did something, and she starts giving you the most batshit insane explanation. Nobody is born cool. Except of course, people who pick up things on the floor and put them back on the shelf when shopping. When you reach your class 10 minutes late, and the whole class gives you that stare. Me judging my own gingerbread house wondering if its crooked roof is an artistic choice or structural failure. Everyone trying to be serious in front of the panels who are evaluating the thesis defense. The one dude in the team. Simp giving up after donating thousands of dollars to OnlyFans girl. That one last donation that makes the girl fall in love with him. I bet he is thinking about other girls. What was space before space? Are you using dark or light mode? I'm using both. For the ones who dropped out of school, but continued to learn from the infinite knowledge we are given free from the internet. Literally every mirror when you're not 6 feet. Ooh, I stepped in shut. Gluten-free bread. And I, for one, welcome our new drone overlords. I'd like to remind them that as a trusted TV personality, I can be helpful in misinforming the public. Europeans be like, that city is such a shuthole. Do not visit that place. The shuthole in question. Face lock, link lock, pattern lock, 4-digit pin lock, alphanumeric password, 2-factor authentication. When you leave the drive-thru without checking your order and open the bag at home, this is something else. Socrates circa 420 BC. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Today I think I'll revisit my favorite 2000s bands. Gee, I wonder whatever happened to lost profits. Due to inflation since 1992, Kevin McAllister spent $2,174 on room service. Remembering how fun the summer of 2016 was in Pokemon Go. It's nearly 9 years ago. CEOs ruining people's lives. Drones and aliens are here. What schools expect during a fire? We must form a line. When you wake up to fix the blanket, but the alarm goes off. Me using incognito mode. My internet provider still knowing everything. I log into the Epic Games Store once a week to add the free games to my library. They must be so fun to play. You play them, right? the New York Times best-selling authors, the guy who drew 100 grumpy animals for his kids. 87 years ago. 47 years ago. Me, I hate spiders. Also me watching Charlotte die. Diana Carter releasing the song Strawberry Wine about underage drinking and getting mailed in a field. 5-year-old me singing along, because I think it's just about strawberries. When you try to sneeze, and it won't come out. When she says, let's hang out, and you think it's a fun night out, but you're just standing in an Apple store watching her compare iPhones. Life right now. Me hoping 2025 would be great year. Be Gru. Do Italian. Massage invisible dog. Look confused. Which side are you on? Too many cooks spoil the broth. Many hands make light work. You get a new thing. It actually holds your attention. It turns into a hobby. It gets you into debt. When you rush to grab a 30% off deal. But after the holidays, the price is exactly the same. Okay sir, we are almost done with putting your lift kit into your truck. Credit card declines. When you're 0.52 seconds from crashing out so hard you're gonna redefine the term itself. Classical music composers making music. Classical music composers naming music. It's store-bought drones people. Nothing to see. Then why are the briefings classified and military activity showing a struggle to control its airspace? Ha ha ha, they bought it. They think it's drones. My medical insurance is actually pretty good. I get all my labs and referrals done per treatment plan which my insurance approved. I'm all ready for follow-up appointment discussing surgery. I call to schedule and receptionist says, we terminated our contract with your insurance last week. Elton John, I miss the earth so much. My brain upon hearing this. Eggman. Sigh. Yeah. I just think it's funny how. Hey babe, you okay? Lighting a candle for the aromatic smell. Lighting a candle as a source of heat cause my room is 60 degrees. Battle bots. Robot wars. When I'm taking an important exam that will decide the final grade of this semester. Wallace and Gromit. Christmas break. Orb invasion. Duck. My mom. Me. My dad. I had a stroke last month. Did you use protection? Duck you. Using a service manual in the 70s. Now remove the retard assembly. Them, are you religious? Me, I'm agnostic. Charlotte Hornets gets criticized for giving a kid a PS5 and then take it away from him claiming it was all a skit. When you laugh at what a low bro, poverty-stricken franchise they are, but then you realize that's your low bro, poverty-stricken franchise. Me after the teacher berates me after I got one answer wrong on a test I studied on for so long. I have sorry, I'm failed you. Day before Christmas. Day after Christmas. Let me get this straight. You think toxic gossip train is a danger if you separate the art from the artist? I do, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. If a Karen is garroting people, right knights can come to the defense. If a right knight is garroting people, Karens can scare them off. Took hours organizing Pokemon cards in a folder, only to find more after filling the type sleeve. Download Truecaller to know who is calling you. Silence this upcoming call. The phone doesn't ring. Your hero is Kyle Rittenhouse for killing bulk people. Mine is Luigi Manganer for slaying an oligarch. We are not the same. When my wife gives me divorce papers, I only hit her 3 times. The people who hate Skibidi Toilet today are the same people who hated Fortnite in 2018. Hey you're online, reply me, send me catty pics. What the duck, that's me. Everyone's an atheist until they clog a toilet at someone else's house. Sun Tzu. When she says, no, babe, I don't want anything for Christmas. I'm not a stupid duck in a jot. Europeans realizing that they smile instead of escalometer. When the can opener comes home and smells like another cat. The struggle of having a dad bod. We aren't just a piece of meat. Hey, my eyes are up here. Last Christmas, I gave you Mahit, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. You're in luck. My owners are looking for a cat. Great. Me factoring Christmas money from relatives into my budget for Christmas gifts. Airport metal detector goes off. Airport security. What has it got in its nasty little pockets? Life speed run 100%. Life speed run any percent. Why environmental activists are angry about this? It's not even a smoke. Nobody. Me. Each day I grow more frail. Staying with relatives who don't know their Wi-Fi password. 14-year-old me. Wow. I can't believe I got all that music for free. The family PC. Pays for ad-free Disney Plus subscription. Skippable ads at the start of every video. 2025. We will finish 25% of 21st century. The front of the Christmas tree. The back of the Christmas tree. Your president crying because nobody in the country gets butchers is insane. Kim Jong-un crying because of declining birth rates in North Korea. When you're the only one in the group project who actually does the work. Where the butchers at? The butchers? Nah brother, the queens. Eagles always look like they are on their way to talk to a manager. Holding his heart, cupping his balls. Does anyone else see? Or am I too far gone? In my defense, the flight attendant said please familiarize yourself with all the safety features aboard the aircraft. When you got comfortable in bed, but forgot to be. I'd like to know the backstory. There are giant hornets in Japan, whose venom is potent enough to melt human flesh. Why the duck are you holding it then? My flatmate has asked me to clean up, because he's bringing a date back. I've made a shrine to Princess Diana in his room. Officer, do you know why I've stopped you today, sir? Carl, because I'll let you. Remember back before OnlyFans when your mom just sold Evan? Parking will be a nightmare at my next class reunion. Waiting for a tornado, so you can finally use that joke you've been thinking about. Got the spider. Me, I'm going to start eating healthy. Me. When you see a pothole on the street, but it's too late. I used to be able to see the towel on her head. After you pulled up to your girlfriend's house and see your wife's car in the driveway. Babe, what's wrong? You've barely touched your Christmas tree. Can you explain this gap in your resume? Can you explain this? Me at 10. I'm gonna be a billionaire by 30. Me at 30. If I delay breakfast, I can skip lunch and have enough money to get dinner. 7-year-old me, whenever I would see the sticker on an apple, maybe I'm a apple. I'm a shy guy. Yay. My first friend becomes clingy. What are you? Guy or something? Never again. Hey, you going to sleep? Yes, now shut up. What if that girl you barely know gets you a Christmas present and you don't have one for her? Me. Mean great uncle lost his battle with answer. He is leaving you a big portion of his wealth to you in his will. Well, that's alright then. When you realize that the stereotype of dads not wanting anybody to mess with the AC is just them trying to make sure they can provide for their family. Patient praises God for saving him. The doctor, barely keeping it together after an exhausting multi-hour operation, stares motherfuckily. When I'm in a centering myself in the conversation on firearms lance competition, and my opponent is a right woman on TikTok crying because she spends 15 hours a week consuming trauma porn. Sees one of those little flaps of scene hanging off near my fingernail. Tells myself I'll just ignore it. It's all I can think about now. I know it's there. I bite it off, causing myself a lifetime of excruciating, bone-chilling, soul-breaking pain. Red Dead giving me honor for releasing the bounty hunter. Me who released him to hog, tie him, and leave the forest. Your children find out Santa isn't real. I explain how the song Santa is Coming to Town is used to mind control them into behaving well. Me on my way to watch For Christmas, a movie that can barely be counted as a Christmas movie that I really like regardless of what people think. Shout out to people screaming in panic situations to give them the desperate situation vibe and let everyone know that it's severe. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. If I had a nickel for every time a guy's Lex tape was filmed in the US Congress, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. YouTuber telling me that 60% of viewers are not subscribed and asks me to do so. Oh no. Anyway. Percy Jackson series. Nobody should actually complain about it, cause it has always been super inclusive. Xbox quick resume feature on X or S. The fact that the thing is ducking broken and that I have to restart the game about 8 or 10 times just so it's not in limbo and the game actually functions. For Doug's sake, why is there no option to turn it off? In 1970, Kermit called Cookie Monster stupid and nobody cared. 30 years later, Kale used the same word and the episode got banned. I finally found it. After 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. New Year won't be better. It would be same shut over again. Optimistic me. Nia. Thank you for making 100.3 WNIC the most played radio station. I just left whatever was on. Me trying not to laugh during the teacher's lecture about the sub's bad note to the whole class. We were on our best behavior. My home is looking at me from across the room.